Hello everybody, Andrea Twarowski here with Dentalelle Tutoring. So a little bit about me first, if you haven't seen any of my YouTube videos yet, is I became a dental assistant first at age 19. I became a dental hygienist a few years after that, and I became a restorative hygienist about 2 years ago. So I have done a little bit of everything, and I've been tutoring now since I was about 19. So I've been tutoring for a while. I've owned my own tutoring business since I was 19. I first started tutoring dental assisting students, and then dental hygiene students, and then dental assisting students and dental hygiene students, and I love it. So teaching is what I love to do. I do this now full-time, and I work at a dental office most Mondays and some Saturdays. So it's awesome, and I love it. Okay, but let's talk about study tips for school, okay? And I'm going to tell you guys what worked for me and what didn't work for me. I was able to get good marks in school. Now, this is coming from somebody who, when I was in high school, I had horrible marks, at least horrible to me, because I'm a perfectionist and I always wanted to get like 80s and 90s, but I just simply couldn't. I don't know why. I did study like crazy, but I also worked every night. So me studying probably wasn't the most focused studying as it could have been, because I was probably exhausted from having to work every night, right? But so let me just tell you guys, when I was in the dental hygiene program and the dental assisting program, that's where I got really good marks. And I thought to myself, so how come in high school I had marks of like 60s, maybe a 75 was probably the average. My highest mark was 80, but you know, those aren't the most amazing marks, let's be honest. But when I was in dental assisting, I was able to get 90, 95 easily in all of my classes. And then the same thing for hygiene. So the academics was not the hard part for me. Because I had loved what I was learning. So that helps you guys so much. Once you're actually learning something that you want to, it is a lot easier. But I'm not saying that I didn't have to work hard for that. There were people in my class who would be getting like 98%. And I'd be like, how is that possible? And they would say things like, you know, we had 2 of those in our class. And they would say things to me like, oh, well, I studied for like an hour yesterday. And I'd be thinking, I've been studying for like 2 hours every day for the past 2 weeks to get my 90%. Yet you got 95% and you've only studied for 1 hour? They could have been lying. They probably were. But, you know, but it just goes to show that we all sort of study and learn in a different way. So what a lot of people say to do is to buy cue cards, is to write all of your notes after class. But that did not work for me. I tried that because that seemed to work for everybody else. But let's say I had a 2-hour class, writing out my notes again took me about two or 3 hours. My, you know, arm, my hand would be exhausted. And did I actually learn anything? For me, no. So here I spent 2 hours writing out the notes again, and I'd be like, I need to read through these because I learned nothing. But that's how some people learn. So you need to find what works for you. But that did not work for me at all. I had a friend in college who would write out all of her notes. She would have like a pink highlighter. She would have a purple highlighter. She would have tons of them, and that's how she learned. But not me. I had another friend again who had all of these different highlighters, and she would just highlight all of the notes in her textbook. But that's how she learned. Again, not for me. So what helped me was I would just simply read my notes after class. We had PowerPoint slides for dental hygiene, but I remember for dental assisting, we couldn't have a laptop in class, so we did everything by hand, right? Or they would print out sheets for us, and then we would just have to take our separate notes. But I would just read through the notes, and that's what helped me. Now, after I read the notes after class, did I know everything? No. but I would read those same notes again the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day, and then I'd say by 4 days afterwards, I knew those notes. So, sorry guys, allergies again. So that's what helped me. So I learned that the more I read the notes, if I did that consistently every single day for at least 2 hours, that helped me learn. And then by the 4th day, sometimes the 5th day, depending on the topic, I would say to myself, oh, okay, now this makes sense. This is how I learned. So before a test, I would typically study for a topic at least a week before, sometimes 2 weeks before, if I knew that I couldn't study every single day because I would have to work often. So then I would sort of pick the days that I'd be able to study. I did do a lot of it on the weekends. And depending on the topic too, like if I wasn't that interested in a topic, say chemistry, that would probably take me 2 weeks of studying every single day. But a more exciting topic, it might have taken me 4 days or so. If I looked at it every single day, then I could say, okay, now I do understand this. So that's my study tip for you, is you don't have to look at how other people are learning, because everyone is different. So if you're in class now and you took your first exam, your second exam, and you're not having the high marks that you want, then you're probably not studying what is the best for you. It took me time to, know that, okay, if I write out the notes again, that's not helping me. That took me time. Like, I'm pretty sure the first test I took, I was like, wow, I nearly failed. But I did study a lot. So then I had to say, okay, well, I did study a lot, so that's not the problem. It's not that I'm not studying enough, but it's because I'm not studying properly. So keep that in mind. And some easier tips for you is to put the cell phone away. When I was 19, I didn't even have a cell phone, so I didn't have that opportunity, I guess. But now we have a cell phone, right? So it can be very, very hard to study and stay focused. Put it away. Do not answer emails. None of that until afterwards. And study for at least 2 hours every single day, maximum 6 hours, okay? Like I would study all day, every day on, I think I worked on Saturdays and Sundays. So it was just probably maybe a Friday night or something that I would study all night. But that didn't help me, because you can't study all day, every day, because then you just simply can't. Because if you are, you're upset at yourself that you have to study so much. And then you're thinking, okay, I'm exhausted, but I still have to study. Yet all of those notes that I just looked at, I don't even know what I learned. Well, it's because you are studying too much, okay? You are studying too much. So yeah, so those are just some easier study tips for you. I will stop the video for now because I think it's getting a little bit longer for everybody. But if you guys need help with something else, just let me know. If you're still in the program, have a look at the Dentalelle student program that I have, because I will help you guys with all of that. I will tell you exactly what to study, when to study, how to study. I have mock exams on every single topic. So let's say you're taking your exam on oral pathology next week or something, and you're saying, okay, I think I studied all of the notes, but I just would like to make sure that I know what I'm talking about for the test. Let me know. I can help you with that. And I have mock exams, like I said, on every single topic. So you could have a look at a mock exam and then say, okay, I thought I knew oral pathology, but this certain topic, I was kind of confused with your questions, so I think I need you to help me so that I pass, right? So let me know, you guys. I am so happy to help. This is what I do full time, and I love it. So I will see you guys in the next video.